right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. I don't care what your time zone is. It is time for 12 frames per second. Yay! We love these. They're so much fun and chill. Okay, so today is a bit of a surprise combination. And I'm going to start the ball rolling by having my lovely player introduce themselves and their character.
Oh, me. Oh.
The only other person here, yes, surprisingly.
I thought you were gonna... Okay.
My invisible friend here in the UK. Yes, no, what?
I'm a ghost, ooh. Okay, so my name is Hntr. I will be playing Sunny the Bat. You've probably seen him over in the silver screen D&D game. He's over there with a small little group of characters, but he is a little white bat sorcerer, and we all thought, and me and Maud thought it would be really cool to have a little campaign with him and Alibi, since they're sorcerers and they both have the same scarf.
Yes,
they are scarf bros.
About 10,000 years ago, I drew a joke picture, which I'll put in the video, of them doing the same hat, but it's the same scarf thing, and like literally a year ago, we're entering upon our 1 year anniversary for the server. What?
Oh yes, we are.
That's crazy.
Oh, God. The server's been around for a long time.
Seriously.
I love it.
It's really kind of crazy. And yeah, like these two characters have existed for a year and haven't met, which is a crime. So happy anniversary to us. This is our equivalent of a birthday cake. We're gonna get this prize for us.
Two babies for the price of one.
Yeah. So I'm going to introduce you to the setting because for those of you who are up to date with the silver screen, this will make sense, but I will make it vague enough. So if you aren't, you won't get any spoilers. So Sunny has recently been teleported to a different location, but it was via rather abstract means.
Yeah. Do you want me to quickly describe the whole scenario?
You can. It's up to you whether or not you feel that would spoil people who aren't up to date with the your campaign's shenanigans.
Basically, they got a sword and it's able to teleport sometimes, and they went through it. The end.
But they didn't on one occasion because you'd already used it, and you can only use that once a day. And
yes.
you were sent via other means of a gentleman of very sophisticated, elegant, definitely not based on RGB means. I'm very flattered, by the way. Thank you for having a bootleg RGB in your campaign. I'm very touched. Anyway, he managed to teleport the whole group, but the problem was, like, they all had to concentrate really hard on where they were going, and if they got distracted, as one of them did, they ended up somewhere else. And I'm gonna say, Sunny, you are actually taking a slight detour, but we'll get to why you don't end up being late to your appointment in your actual game. So you have got slightly distracted by a thought whilst you're teleporting. I'm going to ask, what was your thought? What was Sonny thinking about that threw him off?
He was thinking about his scarf.
Okay, fine. I mean, he is a baby. It's a very cool scarf. That's fair enough. And yeah, just for a split moment, your attention wandered from the task at hand, and you feel yourself kind of zigzag in this nothing teleportation. You know the thing that Doctor Who goes through when he's doing his shenanigans? It's kind of like that. And you end up in what can only be described as a lobby. It's a very boring looking place. It's a big white sort of walled office, and at the far end of it there's a line of desks, and in front of those there are many lines, queues of people, of toons and some real kind, who are waiting one by one to talk to whoever's at this desk in the distance, and there's a couple of them. And what do you do?
He's going to look around, try and figure out his surroundings, of course, because he's never been to this place ever before. And he's going to approach the desk.
Yeah, I would roll perception. The desk is actually a way off. You're like behind a bunch of people. You have to wait to get to it.
Oh yeah, he is rather small, so he might not be able to see very much. Okay, let me check my perception thing. Okay. Okay, a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? You see all. You do,
I see all.
to be fair, there's not much more to see. This is, it's a sort of office, or at least a processing place. It looks a bit like the sort of place you might get your passport stamped or your driving license. It's like that. There's some sort of rope chain link alleyways to separate people off. So there are like different kinds of queues. And as your 20 depicts, you can actually kind of tell just from looking at these lines that they are for different magic users. On the left, you suspect these are more wizardly kind of people. They all have books, and a lot of them have pointy hats. They're rocking that kind of aesthetic. And on the right, you think that's probably the warlock line. There's a guy who's clearly had a mishap with the Eldritch Blast at some point and is just tentacles. They all sort of look a bit more haggard and grim and extra. And the line that's actually in front of you, directly in front of you, you just kind of feel like this is probably the sorcerer's pot. They're all a bit random, but you know, they've got a good aesthetic. And the person who is, as it were, directly in front of you in this line is, you can see the back of a fox wearing a purple coat with an orange tail sticking out of the bottom of it, and he's in a sort of slouched position. And he has a scarf that looks very similar to yours.
Well, Sunny's automatically going to trust this guy just because same scarf.
A horrible decision, really.
Probably. But he's 10. Give him some...
Oh, Sunny.
So Sunny is going to kind of just tug at the end of this guy's robe thing. Try to get his attention.
Yeah, that gets his attention. Alibi turns around and can't see anybody, and then looks down, which he doesn't often have to do because he's not a tall fox. He's quite a short fox, in fact. And he says, "Oh, yes."
Hi, where am I?
Oh, you're new. Okay, well, and he looks bored. He looks so tired of being here already, even though you don't know how long he's been here, but you get the feeling he's been here before, is the critical thing. So this is the demi-materialization verificators. It's where we end up, if we're lucky, when a teleportation spell goes not quite according to plan. It's better than ending up halfway through a wall, but it's not much of an improvement. And as you can look around, none of these lines are moving very fast at all.
Oh, how long do you normally wait?
Yeah, the last time I was here, I confess I got lucky. I actually got through in about 10 minutes, but, well, it can, I have heard from reputation, take a couple of months.
Oh, I don't have that time. I kind of need to go back to my friends because we got a thing going on, and yeah, I can't do months.
Yes, well, I don't really desire to stay in here that long myself. What did you say your name was? Oh, hey, same scarf.
Yeah, we have the same scarf. Yeah. I'm Sunny.
Sunny. And he looks kind of pleased about this. He's like, well, I suppose this is rather portentous. And I don't really care about how I get through this line, as long as I get through it quickly. My name is Alibi Miohn Rouls, and he is offering you a white hand.
And Sunny's going to take that hand.
And
he's not going to know what to do with it, but he's going to take it.
The pact is sealed. You have shaken hands with Alibi Miohn Rouls. And you don't know this, but he doesn't actually often offer handshakes. That's actually quite a thing for him. And he gives you a big smile, which some people would say was entirely untrustworthy with his pointy teeth. He says, how about you and me collaborate on this little project?
What do you mean?
Well, you have a certain... and he's trying not to say cute in case that upsets you, but he's definitely thinking it. A certain appealing aesthetic, it might make people more sympathetic towards you, and I am not to blow my own horn, but I have some intelligence. And we might be able to figure out a way to accelerate this process. Make an insight roll.
Okay, and I'm kind of hoping. Hold on.
It's fine. Also, you can tell me to do that kind of thing anytime, all the time, as well.
Oh yeah. Whenever we get to certain characters, that's definitely gonna be a thing.
Oh yeah. Also, for you guys listening, we've kind of collaborated on this, so we don't know. Ooh, 17, that's very good. So we don't know everything that the other's done, and we both have challenges to get through in this one.
It's gonna be a surprise for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, with the 17, you practically got this just from the words, but he's definitely using you for his own benefit. There isn't a huge amount of sympathy in this. It is definitely you rub my back, I will rub yours, but you do most of the rubbing.
You know, you can just tell me what you're wanting to do. I'm not stupid.
He looks kind of embarrassed, and he rubs the back of his neck and says, well, I'm sure I didn't mean to offend, but all right, okay. Sunny, wasn't it? Yes, okay. How about you take the first one? I would like to see what you can do. And he steps aside and sort of gestures at the person in front of you.
Do you want me to take them to lunch? What do you mean?
Well, I have never done this before. Last time I just, things happened and I managed to get through the line without trying too hard myself. But these people, well, all right, I will put it plainly. I tried talking to this individual and it didn't go well. So maybe you could persuade them to move along a little faster.
Okay, so Sunny is going to can you describe this person for me?
This person is not much taller than you, shorter than Alibi, but taller than you. Is a koala. It's very bright lime green. It's facing away from you. Has big floppy ears. Looks very cute and is just standing there. Looks a little bit impatient. Is doing the sort of tap 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 with his right foot.
So Sunny's gonna poke him.
It immediately turns around, grows 2 more limbs, a bunch of spines on its back, and says.
And Sunny's ears are gonna go down because he just freaking got frightened.
What do you want?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Itch, by the way.
I love the voice.
What do you want? Why do you poke me?
Can I get in front of you?
No! And he turns around with his arms crossed, all 4 of them.
Please, I'm kind of in a hurry. I need to get back home.
Oh? And he's turned his head around with one of his ears up. He's listening.
And Sunny's just giving him the big puppy dog eyes.
I think you need to roll persuasion.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I keep having to go back and...
Oh, it's fine. I'm going to be doing the same, because, it's been a while since I played Alibi. I've forgotten what he has pluses in. Oh! Oh, Sunny, those big baby bat eyes with the 20. Another dirty 20. Even this character, who is, if he was trying to be cute, could be considered comparably adorable. But he looks kind of like, both of his ears come up and he turns around and he says, tell me about what is home.
Well, I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Tell me about home. What is home?
have a heart-to-heart with it. Okay. All right.
Well, I live in this place called Inkwell, and well, I guess I don't really have a home per se. I travel a lot, and my friends, the people that take care of me and I travel with, like we're in the middle of this big thing, and they need me there because I'm their healer.
Oh, Stitch does, not have home, but does have people.
And he's kind of scratching the side of his head like in a sort of, yeah, I do know what you're talking about sort of way. He is going to need a bit more of a push than that.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, oh my god, I'm gonna make a whiz save. I'm gonna make a sort of will save for this kid. 8. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
What's it against?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be against anything. I was
Oh.
just like, on a scale of 1 to 20, how hard-assed is this guy? With an 8, his heart is melting like butter, and he says,
Well, okay, I don't want you to be lost. Lost is bad, and family need you. And, is Fox fellow with you?
and he's looking over your shoulder at Alibi and is kind of like, I don't like that guy.
Sunny's gonna take Alibi's hand.
He's like, yes, he is with me.
No.
I feel like this should be passive perception, actually, so I'm going to roll d20 and see how that does. Does that beat your passive perception?
Hold on. Let me see. Ooh, yeah, that beats my passive.
Okay, so you don't see Alibi's eyes widen slightly, and a tiny smile which disappears very quickly. And so, yeah, he doesn't mind that at all, but he's gone back to being aloof. And Stitch sort of squints and does that cute little scrunchy thing with his nose at you and sort of sniffs. And then he seems to be placated and sort of says,
I will do good. I will go behind your line. I hope you get home soon.
and gives you a big nod as if he has done something very good that someone out there would be very proud of him for. And he walks around you and takes his place behind you and Alibi.
Well, before he's all the way around, Sunny's gonna give him a big ol' hug.
Oh, that is nice. Oh, thank you.
And he hugs you back.
This is nice.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Bat.
Okay.
And he goes behind you. And you have succeeded in solving my definitely not certain other character's puzzle. Yay.
Burr, 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 burr.
Yay! Alibi looks very impressed.
Okay, now it's my character's turn.
Oh boy.
Okay, so now in front of Sunny and Alibi, you see a rather tall, wolf.
Ooh.
She has, like, you can tell it's a she. She has pretty long hair. She has, like a little reddish tinted silver mane going on, and she looks like she's got an attitude.
Is this a Pokemon?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was thinking of one of those whatever they were from the Hawaii game. I'm thinking of Hawaii a lot for some reason. I can't imagine why. Okay. Alibi looks a little anxious, and especially because you held his hand, he says, I haven't actually talked to this individual yet, but maybe I should take this one, just in case.
Okay. She kind of looks scary.
Yes, she does, rather, doesn't she? Excuse me, madam. And he manages to get the cowardice to be swallowed by his throat, and is just not tapping on her back, but sort of, trying to politely get her attention.
Yeah, she's very much taller than him, so like tapping on her might be like the equivalent of touching her butt. So
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Don't do that.
Nope! No!
Anyway, she turns over, she looks over her shoulder, looks down at Alibi, and she kind of just like sneers for a moment and then turns back around.
Right, one of those are we? I'm trying to think what to do. I'm just gonna have a little look through my spells just to remind myself if I have anything that could help me there, because we are totally allowed to do things with that. Yeah, none of these are going to help apart from possibly that one, and I can't think of a terrible joke. Oh shit. Okay, he's gonna just try talking again. He's like, excuse me, madam, I really must implore you to give me a moment of your time.
Can I help you with anything, little fox?
Yes, and you know, as canines, we have to stick together. And he gives her somehow a sort of elbow in the knee. I'm trying to figure out how tall he is. It would have been an elbow to the ribs in a sort of chummy way, but it's very low down.
Oh, she's turned around and she's bent over, so he can do that now.
Okay, yeah, fine. That's helpful. Well, you see, I'm looking after my sweet, adorable, very, very cute little friend down here, and it would benefit us both very greatly if we could accelerate our progress through this extremely tedious line, and I am sorry to impose upon you, I know. I don't want to extend your suffering any either, but really do look at this adorable, sweet, innocent child. You can't possibly let him suffer longer than he has to.
And she turns back around.
Okay. And he actually says that out loud, like, he kind of slumps slightly. He's like, right, fine. Have you got any thoughts on this, Sunny?
I don't know. Maybe if maybe I can ask her?
Do you think that would help? I don't want to impose on you. Especially not because she's very large and has rather pointy teeth. Did you see those teeth?
No, I was right behind you.
Probably just as well. You go ahead if you think that's a good idea. He's not going to stop you.
And he pokes her leg.
It's like, ma'am.
She turns around rather sharply. She's like, "What?" And Sunny just runs right behind Alibi.
He has turned a rather funny colour. It's still orange, but it's gone rather pale. It's sort of ash-coloured. I want you to make a perception roll, actually.
Hold on. For her or for Sunny?
For Alibi. I mean, not for Alibi. I mean for Sunny in
I was about to say-
observation of Alibi. In fact, I think only Cindy could see this. Yeah, she wouldn't be able to see this.
Okay, so let me get Sunny's back up real quick. And perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really need to get my sheet.
It's fine. I same, dude. Like, you only get your details memorized. Oh, a 5. Okay, good. That's actually quite good. You don't notice anything. I shall keep my secrets. Meme style. Yeah. He's rather frightened, and yet he swallows and he straightens himself up and he says, "Madam, really, you are giving your species exactly the sort of negative reputation that we are trying to avoid. Do you know the type of prejudice that foxes and wolves have in the world? I'm sure you do. Do you really want to extend that sort of reputation?"
What's your name, little fox?
Alibi. My name is Alibi Miohn Rouls, and he's trying his best to look insulted.
My name's Verostica.
What a beautiful name.
Thank you. I think you and your little friend over there really need to just wait your turn in line like everybody else.
He's thinking very hard about this, and he's going to try a thing. And this could go incredibly poorly, but he looks as if he's about to argue with you, and then he sort of tilts his face to the side and says, well, you're very hard to argue against. Do you know how unfair it is when you are that pretty?
I have an idea of how unfair it might be.
Well, you see what sort of adversity I have to face, Sonny. And he's looking at Sonny in a sort of, look what I have to deal with here. And he says, look, we really do have to get through this line, madam. This could be a matter of life or death. But your face, it's just, how did you ever become so beautiful? I mean, is this like a daily routine you do? How do you get your teeth so white and very sharp?
Make a wisdom saving roll.
Oh, God. Okay, where is my wisdom? Oh, good. That's a big fat 0. This could go very poorly. I almost hope it does. A 3. That is about as poor as it could go. What happens to me?
So you are now charmed.
What? I'm charmed.
You are charmed.
Damn it! I was trying to do the opposite, but never mind. Really regretting getting rid of that spell, by the way. I swapped it out for something else, and I'm like, God, this would be exactly the time to use it.
Right, so she's going to lean down to Alibi and she's like, you know what I would love for you to do right now, little fox?
Oh, anything for you.
I would love for you to go to the very back of the line.
Okay, I'll do that right away. And he turns around twice on his foot and wobbles in a sort of... and ends up behind
Somebody
it.
grabs him and like tugs on his tail. I was like, wait, no, don't do that.
There is something about you pulling on his tail that jolts a small part of Alibi's interior fear mechanism, and he does stop, but he is still charmed, so I don't think he can do anything, and he's sort of saying, come on, Sonny, it's all right. I mean, she is very persuasive.
Make another wisdom saving roll.
Okay, but if it doesn't work, I have actually got a plan.
Okay. Okay, let me check her thing. No, it still doesn't work.
Okay, great. So he swings around and he's like, oh, but I don't want to go away from you, you see. Hey, you look a little bit like starlight. I can see it shining in your eyes. Like a comet from the heavens, you struck me straight through the heart. But learning this will come to you as no surprise, 'cause I can see that starlight shining in your eyes. And he's a Giznap character. He's a Frankenali, which has never been explored. He's not a Warnekind. And he has started singing, and there is music, and I think everybody in all the other lines is probably staring as he serenades this wolf.
Yeah, and she's just kind of looking around like, oh my god.
He's gonna continue. Hey there, take a little time to show me just how someone from a fairy tale could come into my existence like a walking work of art and leave me stranded like a puppet in a whale. Trying to hide it all would come to no avail. I can't take my eyes from off of you, and you can see it clearly. I love you truly, madly, deeply, dearly. Your beauty has affected me severely. And he's sort of done a little dance number and has gone down on one knee in a slide. And I would like to think that everybody else in this office is going crazy, but that's all the lines that I have. So please say this does something.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, come on! I just gave you a song! Okay, fine.
You embarrassed her.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Duh. 6. That's
Okay,
not
so this is gonna
go
be
well.
for us.
Is he still charmed? Like, I mean, if she's gonna, like, beat the shit out of him.
Like, as soon as she hits him, he's gonna be uncharmed.
Ah.
And I am planning on her beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, that's gonna happen, I assure you. Okay.
And there's Sunny, so the order is going to be Sunny, Veronica, and Alibi.
Super.
So,
Wonderful. Great. Okay. Yeah, help me keep track of that, because I'm really bad at it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's pin that.
Alright,
Woo.
so what you guys see in front of you, you see that Veronica is in no way pleased right now. She is embarrassed.
Mhm.
She feels like all these people's eyes are on her. She did not want that
Mhm.
at all. And like she is snarling right now.
Mhm.
She is ready to rip Alibi apart.
Yep. That
So,
happens. That happens.
Sunny, and Sunny, since he's not charmed and he can take a cue from a woman, apparently, is he's just like, oh shit, things are about to start, and he is going to let me see what he can do.
Sonny, please do something good. Alibi, please don't die in this first round. I mean, like, oh gee.
It's like I don't want anything too bad. Sunny is going to cast Sacred Flame.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Sorry, I keep looking over at the nuts and bolts thing.
It's fine. I'm. This is why I can't look in that, because my brain ain't big enough to do 2 things at once.
That hits.
Ooh. Also, to be stated, I have no idea what this the DMV's attitude is towards people having a punch up in the aisle. I'm gonna go with Toonkind rules of funny, where it's like it's just totally acceptable and it happens all the time.
Yeah, it just starts with a dust cloud thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna take 4 points of damage,
Oof.
and now she is very angry.
Oh no.
She's angry.
Oh, Sunny. I mean, I guess it's almost good that she's going before Alibi, because that means she has to smack him, because like his turn would just be wasted otherwise.
Yeah. So now what she's going to do... She's a little mad that this tiny bat just basically smacked her.
Yeah, does Sunny like say anything cool when he does this?
No.
No, he just
He's just like, ah!
wordlessly smacks her.
He's just gonna, like... It's like, I heard if you hit a dog on the nose, it'll behave. And that's what he did. Basically, he just swatted her on the nose.
And Alibi sort of says, oh no, sorry, that's crocodiles or sharks. I think it's sharks, actually.
Uh-oh.
He's just completely still smiling, even though you just hit her. I think he should probably be upset, but I'm going with the totally goose owned.
Okay, she's going to cast Ice Knife.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
But because she's so tall,
Mm-hmm.
she can't quite hit Sunny.
Mm.
So it's going to go over Sunny, and it's going to hit Alibi.
Of course it is. If it hits, I mean, you've got to roll to hit.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. And what's the modifier on this?
Also, I've got an idea if it doesn't hit him, because that's going to be hilarious. 13. Let me see. His AC is pretty bad, but I can't... No, it's not that bad. Nope, that doesn't get him. This is great. Can I say, like, what happens? Because you'll still have to roll damage.
Go for it.
Okay, the ice knight, like, he's sort of still swaying. Like, there's still a bit of the music happening, even though it's kind of changed key. It's turned into fight music version of what he was singing. And he sort of swings out of the way by accident, and the ice knife hits one of these separating pole things with the chain links attached, and it shatters, as ice knife does, and the people in the line to the left get hit by the spray, which happens after you cast ice knife.
Whoop.
Uh-oh. So, roll damage.
Okay, hold on.
I am not going to immediately make up a bunch of character sheets for these people, but I think it's fair to say there will be consequences.
Or poop. Wrong one.
It was quite a nasty attack as well.
Yeah, she fights kind of dirty.
Yeah, so all these shards of ice fly out into the warlock line, and there are general cries of outrage, and there is a security guard in this room, but it's going to take him, I would say, a round to get here. So it is now Alibi's turn, who is still entirely happy with the situation. He just thinks this is lovely and is, kind of going with it because he hasn't been directly attacked yet. So his turn is not going to be taken doing anything except so he sort of skips around with Sunny.
Alibi, we can't be doing this right now.
What? We've got all the time in the world when we're in love. He's just so overhead and heels.
Oh my god.
He's having a wonderful time, what can I say?
Okay, well, Sunny is gonna smack Alibi.
Awesome.
Smack some sense into him, but it's just gonna be, an unarmed strike thing.
Okay. Ow! Oh, hey, what? Oh,
Snap out of it.
I have, thank you very much. And he's rubbing his face where that impact landed in a sort of, I resent that. On the other hand, apparently a lot has happened and I wasn't wholly aware of it. And now it's coming back to me. Oh, shit. Okay. And he is going to, he's not going to do anything because it's not his turn. Okay, well, he is Compos Mentis, at least. And I think that was your action, but you got bonus and movement.
Sunny is... Yeah, he's just gonna stay there.
Okay, that's your turn, I guess. So it's you-know-who now.
Alright. Broxka is still pretty pissed off. There's a whole bunch of people yelling at her and just being like, get out of here! You don't be causing fights in the DMV. Yeah.
Yeah, and he sang a really nice song to you and everything.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Basically.
I don't know. He could do with some work on the vocals. I don't think he's that good of a singer. I don't know. I thought it was okay.
And she is going to use... Let me see what we got here.
Oh dear. I mean, I kind of feel bad for her. I would be mad too if someone did that to me in the line.
Okay, so she is going to... hold on. I'm trying to figure out a way that this could work with this particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy couldn't sing a limerick to save his life. I've been hit on by snails better than him. He is such a pig! And she casts Mind Thrust.
There is a pig in the line next to you that says, I resent that!
She's gonna cast Mind Thrust.
Okay, that's great. Please tell me what that does. I don't know, and it sounds awful.
Okay, you thrust a lance of psychic disruption into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage,
Ooh.
and it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It gets only one of the three. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and suffers none of the spell's other effects.
Okay, I'm gonna do this, and if it doesn't work, I will do something else. Ha ha! There's my good roll. That's a 21.
Nice. Yeah, that's a save. So let me see what he.
He's had worse. He has certainly had worse insults, actually. Surprising fact, he's not actually that popular.
So he's fine. Nothing really happens, and she's just fuming.
He does take
stomping.
He does take some damage, though, doesn't he?
It doesn't say.
Doesn't he take half as much as the? I can't remember.
Failed save. Unsuccessful save, target takes half as much damage and suffer none of the spells. Okay.
And I could have gotten away with it too, but I didn't because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it'll only be like 1d, or I'll do 3d6 and half it.
Mm-hmm. And I think you have to round up if it's Okay. So half of.
Okay,
So 7, basically.
half of. So yeah, 7.
That's alright, that's fine. Yeah, he does the sort of, his head sort of goes whoop backwards, but he shakes it off and he's like, call that an insult? Oh, darling, you haven't heard the least. Oh, there's someone coming. Yeah, that's interesting. And he's leaning to look around the other lines, and there is a very large rhinoceros wearing a security guard outfit.
Hey, hold on, bud. He was bugging me. I was just standing here in line like a normal person.
That's not what I've heard from, pretty much everybody else in here.
And there is a crowd of people who witnessed you, like, the fox just singing a lovely song, and quite a catchy one, and then you beat him up, and also hit them, and also there's a cute bat, and there's a lot of cross people here.
This is crap. There is no way that I should have to be kicked out just because this guy couldn't hit on me properly.
Oh, but ma'am, I'm very sorry you were right, but now you just said a bad word and we only accept Grolics in this establishment.
And he's gonna get her in the shoulder and escort her out, I think, because she said a bad word. Hooray! Sorry, I kind of strung on that at the end. But...
No, it's fine. That was basically the only way that you were going to get past her without a full-fledged fight.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh my god. Okay. Alibi is sort of shaking off the effects of that psychic assault, and he's like, well, that didn't go quite as well as I planned. Apologies.
That wasn't very fun.
No, no, maybe could you take the next one? I think I need a little moment.
Yeah, I can take the next one.
Okay.
And so, who is...
Here's a fun one for you. This person is very tall. This person is taller than a Larry, which probably means nothing to Sunny, but we all know Larry's pretty tall. This is a human Toonkind. It is Toonkind, but they're very tall, big on the pointy red and black aesthetic. More red than black, let's say, on the clothes with the big sweeping cloak. And you can't see much of him from the back, apart from this cloak and a big turban. And he has a staff, which appears to have a snake for the head.
Well, Sunny is scared. Okay. Sunny is... He's just gonna be like,
Hello?
He's not even going to turn around. He didn't turn around for the song.
butthole, okay. And Sunny's gonna poke him.
ever so slowly, he turns the top half of himself around, and this person does the most ultimate sneer. It's like Vincent Price would be proud of this sneer. And he says, "Ugh," and turns back to the front.
Hey, I just wanted to talk to you.
And he turns around. He says, "What do you want?"
I have to get home really soon because my friends are probably worried about me, and I was wondering if I could possibly get in front of you. It shouldn't take too long. So,
He seems to bend in half, but it's also kind of more sinuous than you would expect from halfway down a person with, you would assume human legs, and looks at you with his crooked eyes and crooked nose and crooked mouth, and just says, "I am the royal court's vizier. I have far more important business to attend to than you possibly can in your little cutesy tootsie home. I am a very important official person." And he stood up while saying this, and is sort of reassuring himself with a waggle of the head. He says, "There is absolutely nothing you could do to persuade me otherwise. Good day, sir." And turns around with a bang of the staff in a very emphatic way.
please.
I mean, I'm not even gonna ask you to roll persuasion, because that ain't gonna work. And Alibi gives you a pat on the head, because you did try very hard.
Sunny is gonna basically do his little, like, poof his cheeks out, like, puff out his chest a little bit, because he's a little upset because this guy was being really rude to him.
He was very, very rude.
And Sunny's gonna try and take a cue from Waz, because he's seen Waz in action. And he's going to poke this guy one more time.
Okay, the guy hates that and turns around much more quickly and says, "What is it?"
Let me pass, please.
God, the please at the end killed me. And he again says, "No. What about this word is it that you do not understand?" And Alibi is actually going to sort of say, "Now, come on, dear. I think maybe we should just wait for this one person. You be quiet." And Raja is going to do something to Alibi, because he is not particularly pleased at this. And he is going to cast Hold Person. And Alibi has to make a wisdom saving throw to make sure that he is not held. And that's a big +0 again, isn't it? Yes. 16! Fortunately, Alibi, for once in his goddamn life, is doing the right thing. And there is something about that pushes through the Hold Person spell. And he looks cross. He looks cross. He doesn't actually often do that, but he looks pretty angry about this guy being rude to you.
Shall we roll for initiative?
It's entirely up to you, because he hasn't actually started a fight yet. He just wanted to stop Alibi from interfering, basically. But if you want to fight this guy, absolutely.
You don't be mean to my new friend. He didn't do anything wrong to you.
I think this one does require persuasion, actually.
Okay, hold on.
And I may explain why if you succeed.
Well, it'll be very interesting if Sunny succeeds.
It will be. Oh, it's an 18 though. It's very high. So I'm going to say he straightens back up and sort of brushes himself off, even though it's completely unnecessary. But what he's doing while he's doing that is sort of looking shiftily from side to side, because while he didn't turn around for the song, he did turn around for the little bit of a dust cloud you guys just had. And he is aware of the security guard, and he is aware that there's quite a lot of people who were on your side last time, and may well be so again if he starts shit with you.
Just let us by real quick, because I need to get back to my friends.
He gives you a rather sickening smile and says, just because I am not going to lower myself to the standards of that wolf, I am not obliged in any way to let you past. I am here by right, and there is nothing you can do about that.
Who's right? No one here cares whether you're royalty or not. You're just like me here.
Oh, he hates that. Oh, he hates that. Oh, I think that actually would be roll for initiative time because he's so stung. How dare you insinuate that he is as lowly as you, a commoner. Okay, let's roll for initiative. What's his initiative? It's not that good, actually. Okay. Okay, an 18 is probably gonna do. Oh my gosh! Well, you get there first because you have a +3. 2 18s. Let's see how bad Alibi's is. 5. That's fair. I mean, he wouldn't want to leap into this fray. He's already done this dance and literally. So yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, then let me type that down. Okay.
Oh god, here comes the phone call. I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to take an involuntary 5-minute break while I sort this out. I will be right back. Sorry about this.
It's like a commercial right before the action starts. Well, I'm having fun with this so far. This is fun. Our ad for today is Toonkind Ink. Get your ink at any kind of place in Inkwell. Make your own houses and holes. Enjoy your time making a tune with Toonkind Ink. Make a tune, make a friend with Toonkind Ink.
I've just got to get my headphones back in. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Hospitals, they just know when to time.
Before we get back,
Mm-hmm.
before we get back on that, was that entire little break recorded?
Sorry, who? What? Huh?
Was that entire little break still recorded?
Yes. I can delete it.
Yes. No.
Okay.
I did a commercial.
Awesome! Oh, I love you! How sweet is that? I'm gonna have so much fun listening back to this. Also, this has given me an opportunity to remember that I am supposed to add somebody else into this order. Okay, there is someone who goes before Alibi, in fact.
Uh-oh.
Because you said a magic word, Sunny, and I'm going to tell you what it was when we get to that.
Okay, let me
Sorry.
just put that in there. Mystery person.
Mystery person. Who's not that mysterious.
There.
If you think about what's just happened. But anyway, yes.
Alrighty.
Sweet. Okay. Right. So the first person is Sunny.
Alright, so what Sunny's going to do, because this guy has thoroughly ticked him off,
He's good at doing that, this guy. Nobody likes him. He was very unpopular at school.
Funny. Let me see here. I don't want anything too big. I'll poop. Yeah, Sunny doesn't really have a lot that's not big.
I know, it's kind of go big or go home with sorcerers. I mean, just go with your gut. Don't think about it too hard.
Okay, he's going to cast Thunder Wave.
That's always a classic. And it's showy.
He's just trying to push this guy, out of line. Maybe if he is out of line, he'll get the heck out.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's on. Sunny's gonna, do it on himself. Because it has to be a thing. So hold on.
I want to know what your advert was now. I'm like, commercial break.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when you hear that.
Yeah. Ooh, That, unsurprisingly, a 5A is not going to cut this particular cheese. So, you want to describe what happens?
Let me describe what happens. So, Sunny, pats his chest, getting himself all pumped up, and it kind of just makes a fart sound.
Oh, gorgeous. I love it. I love Toonkind.
Like, pat.
Awesome Foley. It actually kind of catches him off guard because it's so unsophisticated. Like, this is so base. How dare you drag him into this? And he is going to cast... What is he going to cast? Oh, he would do this. He would do this. Yeah. Okay, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, it's matched, so you don't submit to it, but I'll describe what he tries to do, because he suddenly sort of becomes taller, and this guy is a human toon from the waist up, but he's actually a snake from the waist down, and that's pretty scary, and it's especially scary when
Especially considering that Sunny's a type of rodent, so...
Yeah,
and...
and...
it doesn't look that great.
Yeah, but his frightening appearance and rather magical glare from his staff do not beat your wisdom save because you are a very brave little bat, and so you are not affected by fear, which is what he just tried to cast on you.
Can I take a moment real quick? I have a call real quick. Hold on.
Oh, we are both having phone calls today. Damn, I should beat the quality standard of Sunny's advert, and I don't quite know what to do.
Hold on real quick.
God damn, what do I advertise in Toontown?
You got a case that needs busting? Everybody knows who the best detective in town is. It's Neddy Gallant and his brother, who is definitely not dead by having a piano dropped on his head. So, head downtown to Toontown and get your problem solved today!
Okay, that's terrible. I kind of want to make Neddy Gallant, though. I would love to play a real kind in this world. That would be good fun. Shit. I'm gonna look at the chat and see if they've got any advert suggestions. Sketchinator? Glorp's Trading Post! Oh, yeah! Okay!
You want a bargain? Get a bargain today! You've got to visit Glorp! Glorp is the word you need to remember. Glorp! It's free real estate. Glorp! He'll make you happy. Glorp! Don't ask what he does with your money. Just come on down and bye!
Alright, I have returned.
Awesome, great. I just made up 2 terrible adverts. Okay. So you get bonus content too.
Everyone gets bonus content.
Who knew that being interrupted by phone calls could be so extremely good for you in Toonkind. Okay, this is all about the improv today, folks. Whoa. Okay, so whose turn is it now? Oh, it's mystery guest. If I'm allowed. So, you said a magic word when you said why you needed to get home. You said the word family, and there's someone behind you who knows all about that.
Yay!
You have, and Itch has joined the fray, and Itch is very upset because you are being meaned by this person, and he is going to cast Acid Splash at this asshole. So he's going to need to make a dex save. Unfortunately, he has quite good dex. 19. He's a snake man. The snake man wiggles, and the sploot goes pew past him and hits the front desk. And there is a lady behind the front desk who's dealing with someone. Does she say anything?
She kind of just looks like she gives like them a small glance. She is none too happy. She kind of squints her eyes a little bit and then returns back to who she's helping.
Very professional, very professional. So yeah, also it's to be noted that this particular strange koala's arcane focus is, it kind of looks like a squirt gun. One might even say a laser pistol, but that's what he's casting Acid Splash from. For flavor. Okay, and finally, oh, he's at the back of the line. It is Alibi. And, okay, this went south very quickly, and he's not too fond of giant snakes either. But he's also very, very sort of like, he wouldn't admit this. He probably wouldn't admit this, but he is already quite attached to you. And, he hates this guy. He really hates this guy. And he looks very cross and he just says, "Shut up." And he has cast silence on Raja. And hey, guess what silence does to spellcasters?
Very hard for them to cast spells.
Oh yeah, they can't do any spells that require speech. And that's basically all the spells this guy has. And it's, yeah, so, I mean, it is a limited radius, so this guy will probably try to leave that when it's his next turn. But, yeah, he is literally struck dumb and looks very insulted.
Sonny's gonna stick his tongue out at him.
Awesome, very good. Highly approve of that. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna make this is just a perception check to see if that guard sees what's going on. An 8. Nah, the rhinoceros is on his coffee break. He's done his job for the day.
Okay, so what Sonny is going to do now trying to... This kid has like no any like subtle things at all.
Just don't go subtle, go big or go home. Like, come on, let's do this.
I don't want to get in trouble.
We're already in trouble. We are trouble. This bat has a body count. Also, I mean, it's fair to say that these are things that get forgotten by players for understandable reasons, because we all like hitting things or making them explode, but there's lots of other things you can do in your turn, including like using an object surrounding you, or helping the other players, plural, and things like that, so don't forget your other actions.
Right. Okay.
I'm also saying this to myself because I don't quite know what he's going to do next if Alibi gets another turn. I love that there's one that's just improvised, like, I mean, I guess, but that's extremely vague.
Sonny is going to do hideous laughter.
Awesome.
Kind of just...
Do I have to make a save?
Kinda.
I feel like it's a save of some sort.
Let me see. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny, falls into a fit of laughter. If this spell affects it, the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or fall prone.
Awesome. Okay, he's going to make a wisdom saving throw. He doesn't actually have a lot of that. A 9!
Yeah, that doesn't do shit. He's laughing now.
Awesome! This is great. So, I mean, one thing I will say is that I'd love to hear what Sunny does to make him laugh, but also remember that he's in the silent bubble, so you may have to do a mime.
Yeah, that's what Sunny's gonna do. He's just gonna like, is this a physical bubble?
No, you can't see it. It's just kind of a sphere.
He was going to do like this weird like you know how you scratch on like how you rub on balloons and stuff, and it was just gonna like faces against it.
You know what? I'm gonna say there is like a slight outline because that will make the gag funny. So sure, why not?
Like, okay, like, you know, like that part in Lilo and Stitch whenever Stitch is kind of like licking against the glass thing at the very beginning. That's what Sunny is doing.
Honestly, Alibi is laughing at this as well, and so are quite a lot of the other people in this place. And
Yeah, now.
yeah, Raja is in tux, and you kind of see for a fleeting moment a look of horrified sort of indignation and embarrassment at what is about to happen, because there's a part of him that knows what you're doing, and oh no, but it's so funny, and he's silently laughing and wheezing and writhing all over the place. Have you ever seen a snake laugh? No, probably not, but this is what it looks like.
Probably like a little fist of like that a lot.
Okay, I mean that's what happens, and I think he's incapacitated for his turn, so yeah, I think we go straight to Itch, who also thinks this is really, really funny, but is a little more practically minded, and is actually quite strong, so he's going to improvise, and he's going to tie Raja in a knot. So I'm going to make him, what would that be? I mean, would that just be Dex, maybe, to manipulate him? I'm asking for confirmation from you. I don't know if that's strength or dex.
Like on Roger's side or Itch's?
On the Itches.
Side.
Itches, yeah.
I would imagine it'd be strength.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, he actually has a +3. An 18! Does a sheep shank. It's a really impressive piece of work, and Raja is laughing hysterically, is trapped in a silent bubble, and has been turned into a piece of spaghetti. So I would say that that's a win, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would very much call that a win.
Okay. I think Alibi is just like, I think... Oh, the line. Oh, the person has moved. Okay, I'm just going to say that he's going to need to wait out a spell. If you get the joke. That was a joke? It was really bad. Yeah, the puns are here. So, him and you and Itch, I suspect, push the incapacitated Raja and all that goes with him out of the way so that he can wait until all of these effects have worn off him and he'll have to deal with that. And you're in front of the desk. Both of you have made it to your final destination, sort of, because there is one last obstacle to face.
So, yes, you are now at the desk of the manager of the DMV.
Oh boy.
Sunny's going to poke his head above the actual desk, and you see one of those little like ding ding bell things. I can never remember the name of them.
I can't either, but I know exactly what they are, and I want to call them ding ding bells forever now. I love that.
Anyway, he's gonna hit that a couple of times, but then a very large, very wrinkly hand goes over his to stop him from dinging it. What do you want?
I cannot believe how well you do that voice. I mean, holy crap! That's what she sounds like. I can't imagine what chat's doing right now. They're probably losing their goddamn minds. Okay.
They are. They very much are.
I mean, she's interacted with Sunny first, so I feel like Sunny should reply first.
I'm Sunny, and I want to go home.
Do you have your paperwork?
My paperwork. What?
And he looks over at Alibi because he feels betrayed. He's like, you didn't mention paperwork.
You see Alibi's shoulders try to work their way up to the level of his ears as his head lowers and his mouth kind of widens in the sideways. Knew there was something I'd forgotten. Hello, it's me again. I mean, we've met before. Surely we can go past all of this. You know all of the stuff about me, don't you, by this point? And big smile.
Fortunately.
Yes.
And last time you didn't have your paperwork.
Yes, well, I was hoping you might have forgotten. Can we make another exception, considering you and I are just, such good friends at this point?
No.
I had a feeling you would say that.
Okay, and he sort of ducks down behind the desk with Sunny in a conspiratorial sense, and he's like, all right, we may have a problem.
What do you mean?
Apparently you need paperwork to get through this place, and while I have been here before the last time, certain events conspired to arrange that I didn't have to fill them out. There was a fire. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. And he puts his hands up. But it was an emergency, and I sort of just kind of went through and did my own thing while nobody was looking. So I think we may need to do paperwork. And he looks kind of physically sick at the idea, and he's like, no, I can't do it. I can't make myself do it. It's fatal for a Toon to do something serious like that. Let's try this again. And he pops up from behind the desk, and he's like, basically, I'm begging you, please don't make me do paperwork. Should I try to persuade her?
Yeah, sure.
It should be funny. I mean, I can't imagine any role would work for this. Even if I have a +7 in it, which I do. 15.
Kinda. Which would persuasion? What would persuasion go against?
It's up to you. I mean, she's
okay.
mean.
He's gonna do persuasion. I'm gonna do an insight.
Yeah, fair enough. Woohoo! I have beaten you by 1 point.
The kid can go through. You can't.
Well, I'd say, isn't that rather ageist?
You've been here before, Mr. Alibi. You know the rules.
And he's sort of putting a finger up in the air. He's like, well, to be fair, last time things got a bit out of hand and nobody really took the time to explain to me what the rules were. So I suppose you could say that actually, no, I don't know what the rules are.
I took an entire afternoon to explain the rules to you last time you were here.
Oh.
You know them, and I will not be explaining them again.
Is that what happened? I sort of passed out. I was in one of those, when you can hear elevator music playing and your face just kind of does its own thing. And he's like really trying to explain this in a sympathetic way as if this will allow him to get away with it. But he is being completely honest because he basically did one of the standing up nodding comas that you go into when someone is explaining something really boring that you don't understand to you.
She's feeling a little sympathetic here. Like, that's why she's going to go ahead and let Sunny go, because Sunny doesn't already know the rules, but she's also kind of like, I got rules I need to keep with.
Okay. I mean, I think at this point, it's actually up to Sunny, because Sunny, you could go ahead if you want to.
Well, Sunny wants to stay and make sure his new friend and new dad gets to go through.
Sunny, I will die for you repeatedly. Oh my god, I love Sunny. I already would, but oh my gosh. Also, terrible dad choice. Just the worst possible. Maybe an unsavory, untrustworthy uncle
Yeah, but not dad material, this guy. I mean, if he could psychically understand this child's point of mind, he would be persuading him not to do this. That would... No. Also, he hates responsibility. So, yeah, at this point, Alibi is kind of like, oh, yeah, that happened, and... I mean, is Sonny going to say anything? I don't know.
Please, ma'am, can he come with me? I'm by myself here, and I'm only 10.
I actually think Itch would, sort of from his point in the line, where he is patiently waiting back, in where the line is, and he says, Hanneman's finally! And he's trying to help you with your persuasion roll, which I suspect you would be making against this lady.
Yeah, hold on.
So that will give you advantage.
Let me try to not lose my voice with all this.
I'm so sorry, but I actually am so stupendously impressed with how good your impersonation is. A 5 is not good.
That is not gonna do it.
But you have advantage because Itch sort of is voicing
Okay.
support for you. 14.
Let me do another insight thing
Okay.
with her.
We're being very fair here, folks. Oh, 22! Oh, no.
I'm sorry, kid, but that doesn't cut it. You have to follow the rules when you are going through the DMV.
Well, my dear little friend, this may be where we have to part ways. I'm so sorry. And, yeah, I don't know if Alibi has the guts to fight this person, but he is very, very sad about this, and also very sad about the fact that he's going to have to do paperwork. I mean, I think, because you guys are doing this whole scene, this heartbreaking scene, and you've actually been gathering quite a lot of attention from all of your shenanigans, that this will result in a persuasion roll against the audience, which is like all the people in the line who have been watching this. A 24.
And Sunny's gonna start crying for a bit.
A 24. I mean,
So all.
Yeah, you want to describe this, please?
Well, you can. You're much better with your words than
No,
I am.
I'm really not. Oh, and also, this is your boss. This is your character that you have invented that we have to get past. So I think you should do this, definitely.
Okay. Well, let me see something else, because, yeah, like, Roz is gonna want to really, really go against this, because she's got rules.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If you want me to be the crowd, I can be. It's
I'll do an intimidation thing.
Okay. But yes, there is weeping and general consternation from the masses. But you rolled an 18. I don't know if that's versus that 24.
I'll say it was versus at 24.
Oh, you're nice. Yeah, there's basically a riot at this point, right?
Okay. If I can have everyone's attention. Do they give her their attention?
They do. There is a sort of unanimous murmur of hushed expectancy.
I will let you both go. But first, you have to fill out 1 page of paperwork.
There is a gasp from the entire audience, and everybody looks at Alibi, and he sort of looks slightly in pain at this idea and sort of says, "All right,
I have my rules, and I have to follow them."
All right, I'll do it. I'll do it for the child. And there's a sort of hooray for everybody who's making this terrible sacrifice.
And then, of course, she pulls out an example of all the other paperwork that you probably would have done. It's a good stack high.
Ooh.
Like, probably about the same size as Alibi's head.
No thanks. No thanks.
So yeah.
And she just pulls out that first page. It's on top, and she hands it over to Alibi.
Thank you so much. I will not forget this. Thank you so much. And while he's saying this, he's writing and then does a big sort of critique at the end and has filled out a piece of paperwork. And he looks utterly exhausted in a sort of, dramatically collapses against the wall of this desk with a hand to his forehead.
The next time you screw up a transportation spell, I expect the full paperwork.
I will never screw up another transportation spell. I can't do that much. I would actually die. But thank you so much for letting us go through. And he's smiling and waving at the audience who are now cheering. And I think we have escaped an untimely death. Is that correct?
Yeah, Ross says it would have been a tough cookie.
Oof, wow. I can't believe we actually managed to skip the bus.
You don't get to skip Veroska, but you get to skip hers.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
So Sunny is holding Alibi's hand again.
And you're basically going through a little ante-room before you have to go through the next bit, and he...
Yeah, it's like a tiny waiting room before the next transportation spell opens up.
Yeah, and he's sort of... Oh, he's practically skipping. He's so happy that you managed to get through that. He says, "You, Sonny, I am thoroughly indebted to you. Thank you so much. That went superbly. You are wonderful, I have to say."
Thank you. You're pretty cool yourself.
Oh, well, yes, but you don't have to say it out loud. Well, actually, you can. I mean, I don't mind.
And he gives you a big smile and pushes open another door. And there is a really long corridor in front of you. Like, stupid long. You know that scene in Yellow Submarine where there's like 1,000 doors in this corridor? It's like that.
Yeah.
And he knows from experience. So he points at the very far end and he says, "Well, this is a bit tedious. Ours is the last one. I don't know what it is, but apparently it's sort of revenge for sorcerers, like normal, just straight up sorcerers having certain benefits. And, yeah, they make us walk a long way. But, oh well, we've got each other for company. Come on."
Sunny's just gonna sigh and she's like,
Aw, I'm not good with walking.
Yeah, well, that's a shame. And he's very unsympathetically continuing forwards.
Can I get on your shoulders?
He does a sort of freeze frame partway through his walk cycle, and it's like one of those rubber-ding sort of things, and he's like, "Ugh, carrying." But he does sort of inhale and turn around and "I would not do this for many people, but you are very small, and also you have done great works today. I will allow you to climb aboard. Go on then." And yeah, he lowers himself down so you can climb on his back.
and Sunny's gonna, hold on to his ears.
There's an issue with this. He stands up, having not realised that's what you're doing, because he was expecting you to go for the piggyback, but presumably because you're so short, you've sat on his shoulders and tried to get hold of his ears. Yeah? Okay, a couple of things happen. The first is that you fall off. But the reason that you fall off is because you try to get hold of a pair of ears that don't exist. The ears of this hood collapse in your hands, and so that's why you fall over backwards as the hood comes off. And yeah, and when you fell off, you managed to kick him under the chin, which doesn't hurt him very much, but I'm still going to take 2. I'm going to take 2 bludgeoning damage, and when you hit him under the chin, his nose comes off, and this black shiny orb bounces twice and rolls down the corridor. And he turns around, and it's sort of slow motion, because the hood has come off, and where the, this orange snout met black shadows, because all you could see under that hood was just that black shadow with his big cartoony eyes. The rest of his face not only does not have any ears on the top of it, it doesn't have orange on his head. It has, where the shadows met the orange of his snout, which now looks really like a beak, white feathers, and on top of his head are very unruly, dishevelled blonde curls. And the tail behind him suddenly looks rather unconvincing, and if you had succeeded that perception roll a long time ago, when he turned very pale, his tail didn't. That is a fake-ass tail. And, you are looking at a goose.
And Sunny picks up the beak, or not the beak, the snout thing. And he's just very visibly confused.
I thought you were a fox.
He doesn't know what to do. There is the most perfect, oh shit, I've been rumbled expression on his face. Fortunately, there is absolutely nobody else in this corridor, and he is trying to decide what to do, because he, shouldn't exist. I would like you actually to roll a history. And
Yeah,
I know,
let's see what my history thing is.
I know you're 10, but there's, you know.
Sunny's pretty smart.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, with a 15, I will say that because this only happened a year ago and there was a huge fuss about it in the papers, yikes, wow. 1 year ago, a particularly infamous noble who was very flash about town with his cash and his luck, called Delta Song Danger, who is part of the extended, extremely reputable clan of Balkarks, he died in an explosion, and yes, this goose is identical to all of the newspaper photographs of Delta Song Danger, dead, presumed exploded. And he looks at you and he says, okay, this is awkward. I really would like you to never ever tell anybody that you have seen me. I don't think it would go well for either of us, but especially not me. I don't know if you know who I am, but I actually really hope you don't. Can you keep a secret?
Sunny is absolutely starstruck.
Okay, that expression does not fill me with hope. He goes down on his knees and holds your hands and says, I really need you to not tell anybody I'm alive.
But why?
There are people who... I don't know if you've heard of the Yakuza.
The Yakuza?
Yeah, Yakuza in but they're not that funny. And
Laugh real.
Yeah, he gives you a very straight face after a very half-hearted grin.
I mean, yeah, I've heard of them.
I'm very sorry. Yeah, so, here's the thing. When I died, I think I may have accidentally exploded the former boss. It was a thing, I'm not actually sure. I think I did, but I'm not sure if I did. I kind of came to. It was a mess. Yeah, and he looks really flummoxed, and, he's actually, he's kind of winding his hands around themselves, and you suddenly realize that this fox was not wearing white gloves. That's just his hands. He just has white hands because he's a goose. And he is clearly like, he wants to get his fake nose back from you to put his disguise back on.
And Sunny hands it over.
Thanks. I don't like doing this. I've had to do it for a year. I'm really, really sick of it. But if they knew I was alive, they would come after me. But it would also involve my family, and I really don't want to involve my family. And he actually looks really kind of like scared.
Family is important. And I don't know mine. I was raised by a turtle. So, but I do think it's really important, and I think you should be able to protect your family. So I won't tell anyone.
He gives you a huge hug.
And Sunny hugs back.
And after a very kind of shaky hug, he very rapidly undoes himself, puts his fake nose back on, puts the hood back up, and you are looking at a fox again. He says, "Well, just in case anybody else gets through the dreaded DMV, I think I'd better return to being Alibi Miohn Rouls. I've been him for quite a long time." And he stops laughing so crazily. Now, about that piggyback, and he helps you onto his shoulders and holds onto your little bat hands where they are, and so you don't have to hold onto his ears. And he walks with you on his shoulders to the door that you are headed towards.
Oh.
And
And Sunny just quietly says, like,
I hope someday that you'll be able to not wear that anymore.
me too, kid. Me too. And I think that's probably the best place we can leave it at. And for those wondering why Alibi was also in this teleportation gone slightly wrong place, in his last game in the heist, he actually got teleported into a cupboard, which I remembered halfway through playing this. I was just going to make up something, but it actually could have happened. So, yeah, they both respectively end up in their canonical places in Silver Screen and in whatever the heist is called. It was something really funny. A sketchy situation, that's it. And the world continues moving. You have all had Alibi's secret blown, but as with Larry's, nobody knows this apart from Sunny. Absolutely nobody knows this apart from Alibi, Sunny, and his grandma, because, you gotta get someone to help you make a really
Sunny
cool
is
looking
really
coat.
good about keeping secrets, so no one's gonna know.
Oh, Sunny, I love you so much. This was adorable. This was adorable. I loved it.
Little slice right there.
Yeah, I like it very
Sunny has
much.
acquired a new dad.
Oh, no, don't make him your dad.
A new uncle. How about that?
Yeah, uncle is good. Uncle is good. I mean, dad if you want, but not the best one. Just gonna be honest about that.
He's the dunkle.
He's a dunkle. Okay, that's hilarious, and I love it. And it's also kind of like Deuce, which is what he is, because he is a duck goose. So, Deuce dunkle. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording, and that was great. Thank you so much for playing with me. I love Sunny. I love all of the Silver Screeners. They are really fun.
Yeah.
And that's
Maybe we
actually
can have
I better promote that, because Silver Screen is actually Toonkind's main campaign, which Owl runs and is really good at it. So that's fascinating if you can join in with that story arc.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really good fun.
Maybe someday we can have a 12 frames per second thing with a bunch of the campaigns kind of just smushed together.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. I mean, yeah, 12 FPS is for 2 characters, but we could totally do a crossover one. I would love that. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go and stop thinking about future games, because this was perfect. This was really, really good. Hooray!
Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now. Goodbye, everybody!
Bye-bye!
Goodbye.